What's poppin', Who Dat Nation? Welcome back to another edition of Saints Now. Before we get started, we got a loaded show. We're talking some crazy trade rumors, like it's getting out of hand over here. And then we're also going to break down a little bit of a preview, Saints versus Eagles, talk some injury news. But before we get started, go down, drop a like on this video if you want the Saints to beat the Eagles. Don't be the guy who doesn't like the video and jinxes the team. Go down, like this video. Who Dat? What's poppin', Who Dat Nation? Welcome back into another edition of Saints Now. I'm your host, Trace Gerard. And like I said, we got some crazy things to get into, some crazy rumors, some injury news. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit of a preview of this NFL Week 17 game, Saints versus Eagles. The Saints are traveling to Philly. It's had some bad luck with Philly in the past couple matchups they've had, haven't been successful. It's going to be a very tough game. Philadelphia, a quality team, coming off of a loss to the Cowboys, though, so they could be having a little bit of a downhill battle, or not downhill battle, but a little bit of a hunch on their shoulders, something that they have to prove. They're going to come out swinging for sure, and it's going to be an ugly game, but it's going to be an exciting one. Saints have to win this game if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive, and it will be kind of difficult considering the injury report. Take a look at this. So, pretty okay, I would actually say. Kaden Elliss at your linebacker. He was a full participant. Justin Evans, shoulder injury, limited participant. Alvin Kamara, notable. He had a quad injury, but he also had a personal reason, which is why he did not participate in Tuesday's practice. Marshon Lattimore, Abdomen. He's been dealing with that injury for months now. Limited participant. Maybe we finally get to see Sean back up in the lineup. Otherwise, we're going to be leaning on Alontae Taylor to really lock up Davante Smith and possibly A.J. Brown. We'll get into that soon. Marcus Maye, shoulder injury, did not participate. Chris Olave, missed last week, limited participant. He could come back this week. That would be huge for the offense. Andrus Peat did not participate, went out last week to an ankle injury. Ryan Ramczyk has an illness, did not participate. Same with Dwayne Washington and Pete Werner, limited participant with that hamstring injury. But now, let's take a look at the Eagles injury report. A.J. Brown, their wide receiver one, limited participant with a knee injury. Jordan Davis has been missing a lot of time due to concussion. He's a limited participant. He's going to be a big factor in stopping the run game if Alvin Kamara is good to go. So maybe Jordan Davis is back. We will see. Jalen Hurts, this is an interesting one. Did not participate. He did not play last week. It was Gardner Minshew starting for the Eagles. However, Jalen Hurts did not participate on Tuesday. Could we see Minshew mania again? Will we get Jalen Hurts? We will be monitoring the situation, so subscribe and turn on your notifications. Lane Johnson did not participate. He was going to go out and miss the rest of the season. He said, I'm going to postpone my surgery and play in the playoffs. Don't expect him to be able to go this week. Avonte Maddox did not participate, expecting him to be out. And Miles Sanders as well did not participate. He's having a pretty solid season so far. But some keys to victory. Number one, and I say it every week, Taysom time, Taysom time, Taysom time, Taysom time. Run the offense through Taysom Hill. Get the kid at least 10 to 15 carries in the first half, like without fail. Last week, there was absolutely an absolute injustice done on Taysom Hill. They did not get him involved in the offense nearly enough up until the second half. It was absolutely ridiculous. But look what happens when you give Taysom Hill the ball. It's almost like playmakers make plays. 8 for 11 when he's throwing the ball. We understand he's a tight end. He throws the ball a little bit, but 216 yards on 8 completions, pretty solid. 77 rushing attempts, 505 rushing yards. Are you kidding me? Give him the damn rock. He has 8 total touchdowns, 6 of which on the ground, 2 of which in the air. I'm just so tired of Taysom Hill not being a key factor in the offense, and especially if Chris Olave is out, and Alvin Kamara is banged up, you're going to need to feed Taysom Hill early and often. Pete Carmichael, please listen to my words. Second key to victory, we're going to need a big game from Alontae Taylor. If Marshon Lattimore is out again, Alontae Taylor will need to continue to step up. He has been doing phenomenal this season. Could he finally get that first interception? As we know, last week, he's had, it seems every single week, it's getting closer and closer and closer, where he drops it, it's out of bounds, it's ruled incomplete, nonsense, whatever. Alontae Taylor, we need a big game from him. Hopefully he can lock down Davante Smith. If A.J. Brown is ready to go, Going to have to see him possibly run with him as well. It's going to be a very tough matchup for Alontae Taylor. But, hey, if we've seen anything for this kid, it's that he ain't scared and he ain't afraid to take on anyone. So have a day, young kid. Bring that heat and let's have some fun. Third key to victory. This is an obvious one, and it shouldn't have to be said, but here we are in Week 17 still saying it. Let's get 4 quarters of quality play calling and just clean, hard-nosed, hard-fought football. You don't need to make it look pretty. You don't need to pull out a bunch of trick plays. You don't need to make something crazy happen. Beat them. Beat them. Beat them. Play physical, play tough, play clean football, and for the love of God, Peat, Carmichael, Dennis Allen, please call good plays. That's it. That's it. That's it. Have Alvin, Kamara, and Taysom Hill in on important plays. I don't know why they're on the bench on important downs and in key plays. Just 4 quarters of good football. That's all we ask. And let me hear the Who Dat Nation. It's time to stand up and get crunk. Stand up and get crunk. Stand up and get crunk. Here we come to get you. Da-da-da-da. Type Who Dat down below. Get the team lit. I could sing the whole damn song if I wanted to, but I know y'all ain't here for that. But let's get this team pumped up. We got to win out if you want to make the playoffs. You got to do everything you can to put your team in the position to succeed. You need some help from the Bucs. But that being said, hey, get this team pumped up. Type Who Dat and get loud in the comment section. And while you're down there, go down and hit that sub button. We take pride in being a free channel that is Saints content exclusively for Saints fans and by Saints fans. We love doing all these videos about the Who Dat for the Who Dat Nation. Me, Abby Alonso, Will Scott, sometimes when he is on. We love doing this content for you guys, and we love making it possible. But if you want the content to keep coming, you got to go down and subscribe. Because if we get more subs, we get more studio time, maybe some more live shows, maybe more watch parties. I don't know. Possibilities are endless. Go down, hit that sub button. Be sure to turn on your notifications as well. So let's get crazy. There are some rumors circulating the rumor sphere, if you will. Could Derek Carr be headed to New Orleans? I don't know. There's some rumors that it could potentially happen. Adam Schefter tweeted out the other day that they're actually benching Derek Carr for the remainder of the season, or at least for this week. Here's what he had to say. Raiders are benching Derek Carr and turning to Jarrett Stidham as their new starting quarterback. Carr has thrown a league-leading 14 interceptions, including 3 Saturday night on a 13-10 loss to the Steelers. Stidham has only thrown 61 passes and has never started an NFL game. You could expect the Raiders to be sitting him because they may want to keep him healthy to trade him this offseason. And Benjamin Albright, a guy who covers the Broncos, he tweeted this out. My first thought was Miami if Tua retires. And this is talking about Derek Carr. He quote tweeted Adam Schefter's tweet with this. Miami apparently inquired, and also Indianapolis twice. Here's where it's interesting. New Orleans seems interesting and untalked about. The Saints, there's a lot of question marks around the quarterback position. Do you bring back Andy Dalton? Do you run it back with Jameis? Draft a quarterback. Go get somebody like Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady, Gardner Minshew, somebody in free agency. There's so many options available for the Saints. It's weird because the money is tough. The trade value is kind of weird. But if a team wants something to happen, they're going to make it happen. And here's what Derek Carr has done this season. Just under 61% completion percentage, 3,500 yards through the air, 24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Like it was said, it's a league high, 14 interceptions. It's kind of tough. And John Sigler did have to say this about Derek Carr. Carr may have a 63-79 record in the NFL, but he's completed 64.6% of his attempts while scoring 217 touchdown passes against 99 interceptions in his Raiders career. He's never led the league in interceptions, but he's twice set the pace for fumbles, putting the ball on the ground 12 times in 2018 and 11 times in 2020. He also doesn't have an extensive injury history. The point is, you could do worse. And something to consider, Derek Carr is due $33 million fully guaranteed next season. He will get every single penny of that. It's part of his contract. And it's kind of tough, and it's kind of a weird situation. But here's what The Athletic had to say. I'd offer the Saints' second-round pick with which is currently projected to be 41st overall. And quite frankly, because the Saints are short on options and can't continue spinning the QB roulette wheel, I'd add 2 or 3 day 3 picks. Let's say a 4th and a 5th rounders to get it done in case anyone else is offering something comparable to the number 41 overall pick. I don't know. That's a lot to give up for Derek Carr, who's been consistently extremely good, extremely average, I guess you could say. I don't know. But would you trade for Derek Carr? Type T for trade, type P for pass. Let me know. Who Dat Nation, this show is not about me. It's all about you. Go down, take advantage of this opportunity to let us know whether or not you would trade for Derek Carr. And also, quick shout out to our friends over at BetUS. Get started with the greatest deal among all sportsbook. Chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code CHAT125. You will get an 125% deposit bonus. So meaning if you put in a minimum of $100, you will get $125 back. So you will have $225 of game with. Go down, lay some cheddar down on this Saints and Eagles game. Go lay some cheddar down on the rest of the playoffs, NBA, college football, bowl games, whatever you want to do. Get started. Chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code CHAT125 to get started. All right, now let's get wild. Let's get crazy. Could Davante Adams get traded too? I don't know. Who knows? They said Russ wouldn't get traded. They said a lot of things are impossible, but here we are talking about it. What if the Saints were to propose a trade package for Derek Carr and Davante Adams in exchange for Sean Payton's contract? And before you guys write this off, before you guys click out of the video, I want you to take a look at this depth chart. I want you to look at this. This is the current depth chart as it sits, including those on IR. Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Marquez Callaway, Jarvis Landry, Kirk Merritt, Rashid Shaheed, and Traquan Smith. You also have Juwan Johnson. You also have Taysom Hill as a tight end. You have other options. That being said, this tight end room, this wide receiver depth chart could look insane and unstoppable if you add Davante Adams. And Jarvis Landry, he will be a free agent this upcoming offseason. Do you bring him back? That's something we can talk about on another show. But Davante Adams, he does things. He plays football and he produces stats. He produces numbers. 88 receptions, just under 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns, and just under 15 yards per catch. Unbelievable. The guy's a dog. The guy's an animal. If he could rock the black and gold and help bring some stuff in, and you have an offense with Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Juwan Johnson, Rashid Shaheed, Alvin Kamara, and Davante Adams, and Taysom Hill. I mean, I'm sorry, even Pete Carmichael could make plays that could call plays that would make that work. And here's the trade idea just to make it easy for you. Sean Payton, send him off to Las Vegas. Unfortunately, he's gone. See you later. Saints, Derek Carr, Davante Adams. It does solve the quarterback issue. The Saints might need do need a quarterback for the long term. And also, Derek Carr could use a change of scenery. Could you keep that tandem of Derek Carr and Davante Adams, move them to New Orleans? I don't know. The Raiders, it sure would be a tough trade to give up if I am the Raiders. But how bad do you want to coach? Anything's better than Mike McDaniel or Josh McDaniel? Yeah, Josh McDaniel. That guy sucks. Anyway, I want you guys to let me know. Would you do this trade? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Who Dat Nation, take advantage of the opportunity to weigh in and share your thoughts. We want to hear from every single one of you guys. So go down, let me know. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Would you do this trade? Stay golden. We'll catch you next time.